Hey everybody, this is Nessa here from Nessa's Hair Extensions down at 684 King Street West in Kitchener. Okay, so today's video is for a lovely lady called Donna who came into the store and she's braiding her own hair. And I thought, wow, that's fantastic. Now, Donna is new to braiding hair or her own hair. She's just discovered this. So one of her questions to me was, how can I get my braids to be tighter when we're applying them? Because the methods that she was using, which is normally a one strand method, really help the hair to slip out a lot while she's doing it, or it just makes everything a little bit more difficult. So this video is for you, Donna, and any other ladies or gents out there who want to know how you can lock your braids a lot better when you're doing them. So of course they stay longer and they look really nice. Woo! Okay. So first things first, you have to identify what kind of hair you have so that you can apply the correct product to your hair to get your braids to be very secure. Now, if you've got very like silky hair like mine, my natural hair is pretty much like this, but curly, and I need something that is going to cause it to stick a little bit more. So I use either holding spritz, something like this, okay, little hairspray, liquid hairspray or liquid mousse, or I also can use a gel, locking gels, or anything like that. Anything that's going to make my fingers and my hair a little bit sticky to stop the actual extensions from slipping out while I'm doing them. Now, that's if you have hair like this. If you have coarser hair or afro hair, you're going to want something that's going to soften your hair up. Okay, the softer it is, the smoother your braid is going to look when you actually apply the extensions or the braiding hair. So my recommendations are, of course, shea butter, depends on how you pronounce it. But shea butter for me is fabulous because it really does offer great moisture, and it also is thick enough to get your hair nice and smooth and soft, causing your braid to lock that much better and look so much neater as well. Also, what you can use is locking waxes, such as this one. And again, softens it up and makes your braids look really smooth and really nice. Castor oil is also a good option to go for as well. Anything like that is, oh, it's fabulous. Okay, so that's that one. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to get a good strand of hair ready. Now, a lot of hair, when you take it out of the package, whether it's human hair or whether it's synthetic hair, when you take off a little, like a section, normally the ends are really blunt. Now, I've already kind of done this one, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your ends like this, where they fall into a taped effect and it's nice and they go into a point rather than that straight blunt cut off. So what we'll do is I'll get my scissors. Okay. So hair normally looks like this when you've taken it out of the package and ready to do. So we got to really prepare our ends. So with each individual strand, I go by individual strand. Other people will do this with the whole package to begin with. I don't like that because I think you don't get all the strands and you kind of still end up with some stuff that looks like this. So you're going to take your strand and you're going to pinch it at the top or in the middle at the top. And what you're going to do is you're going to now pinch gently and tug on some of the little ends. Okay, so let's do that. Again, you still want to pinch the top, but you don't want to pinch it so hard that these don't move. So pinching, and you're just really dragging a lot down, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're really trying to make this as uneven as you can. Okay, now that I've pinched that, I'm just going to smooth it out with my fingers. And there we go. Our ends are nice. So now when you're braiding, it's not only going to help lock those ends in themselves because they're tapering off into a thinner, tighter braid, but it just looks so much more natural rather than that blunt chop off look or that burning the ends and so forth. So yeah, this is what you want to do. Okay, So now that we've got this braid, what we're gonna take it, or we're gonna take our hair and we're gonna separate 1/3 out of it. Okay, so about 1/3. There we go. So you're left with a thin strand and a thicker strand. You are now going to loop over the thinner strand onto the thicker strand. So crossing it over, and you've pretty much made an X. And you're going to take, this is the thinner strand, let's remember, and you're going to really grab the other side and pull it. So now this, the thinner strand has joined up to become one strand. This is the thinner strand. And then we've got our two other ones over here as well. So now we have our hair and we are ready to braid. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we're going to worry about or work on is our fingering. How are we placing our fingers? Braiding is all about your fingers. You don't even, once you've got your finger technique right, you don't even have to look at the braid because it's going to turn out perfect as long as your fingers are right. So if you're practicing anything, practice your fingers. These are the most important puppies you got here. So now that we've got our hair separated and it's parted and it's nice, this is how I do it. I go from palms down to palms up, which is basically over to under. Those are how my braids work, which is really basically how a normal cornrow works as well. A lot of people tend to go from under to over. So what I mean by that is they braid over hand, so going over, whereas what I do is I go under and under. And I think when you go under, you get a much tighter braid. So these are, and you're gonna have to, I'm sorry about the camera. It's really, really weird. My brain doesn't work. Okay, so these are my hands. Now what you're doing is whenever you're picking up the hair, you're going palms down and you're sliding your thumb under the strand closest to that thumb, or in this case, my left, the left strand. And you're turning your palm up and grabbing the hair with those two fingers. So basically you've got your thumb and two other fingers, your pointer and your middle finger free. Okay, now once you've grabbed that hair, you're then turning your palm over, and with your index finger and your thumb, you're pinching the middle strand. Get as close to the actual, well, not the knot, but the loop as to where the other hair is, because then you can hold it in place a lot better. So now it should look like this. So you've got your left strand through, but it's being held by the pinky finger and the other one. And now my pointer and my thumb have basically all the hair at the center. So now our right hand strand is free. So what we're doing is we're going again underneath with our thumb, and you're actually going to hold it with your middle finger, not your pointer. Well, you can do it with your pointer and your middle finger, but either way, you're going to need your pointer and your thumb free when you're actually applying the braid. So I normally use my middle finger and my thumb to secure that. So this is how your hands should look. Okay, which I'm looking at it now and it looks totally alien. But okay, thank you so much for watching part 1 of this video. Click on the link in the video to see part 2 on how we're actually applying the strand and using the 2-strand method on the hair.